I know I don't always want to talk about relationship between male and female in terms of intimate ones, you know. But sometimes I see men suffering, even when they are not shouting it out, screaming it out, or doing it in a low tone. You can see they are suffering. And before you know it, boom, something will come. They'll say, oh, heart attack, this, that, this, boom, boom, boom. Stroke, this, that, boom, boom. One sudden sickness will just come, boom, take them away. Man, the last thing you should tolerate as a man. Now, I'm not telling you this as a dating expert or relationship expert. I'm telling you, man to man. Might be older, you might be younger. I'm just telling you. In fact, I'm telling the younger ones now because the older ones, most of us are set in our ways. So trying to even change your way of life, your way of thinking might be difficult. So it's better I face the younger ones that are coming up so that they can still choose what they want. But at least, from the older ones, people who have seen life before you. Do not tolerate nonsense with anybody you have a relationship with. And what I mean nonsense, I mean disrespectful. Do not let any woman disrespect you when you are in kind of sexual relationship, intimate relationship, consider marriage. If you are married already, it's gonna be difficult, but let's work with before you walk up to that altar or you go and pay the bride price. Do not take any disrespect, because trust me, you can take a disrespect with another man. You may not feel that bad or that much, but when a woman disrespects a man, biologically it's going to wear you down. They know it. And that's the weapon. No man finds it very difficult to subdue or to win that battle. Let me put it that way. You find it very difficult to win that battle. And that's what kills men. That's what makes men miserable. Sometimes they don't shout it out. Now I'm going to use myself as an example. Because there are two things I want to educate men on this subject. Disrespect from somebody you share bed with, a woman. Number two, disrespect in your home. If you are the man of the house, do not tolerate that nonsense. Let me start from, I'm going to use I use myself as an example, something I don't think I've ever shared publicly. So you can make jest of me, but learn from this, especially the oncoming ones, the younger males. There was this girl I was dating. I won't mention name, I won't mention the place or how we met. So I was just sending her stuff, money. I'm not saying you could say I was a simp. Yeah, I was a simp. Like I told you guys, every man mumu at some point. Yes, we fell foolishly for women in the past, but sometimes if we are lucky enough, you learn, through the hard way sometimes. So we continue to be mumu, but we learn very fast. So I'm always sending her whatever she requests. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, come on, but fine, I'll do it, but not now. So, we were not living together. That's one mistake I know I've never made. All these boys that once they see a girl they like, hey, come to my house and stay. Worst mistake. So, I always tell her stuff, airtime, money, the little I can at that time. Until, there are sometimes you come back from work, you'll be so tired. You don't even need to call anybody, you just want peace. So even married men can also confirm this. You just come back, you see, I don't want anybody to come and talk to me. Just want peace that evening. Eat, go to bed, or do other stuff, but silence, that's what we prefer. So in that case too, I wasn't living with, she wasn't living with me, but I was just coming. I'm not calling anybody, please. I need to call you and tell you how my day went. Just want to have my day. So one day passed, second day passed. I was like, worst case scenario, why don't you call? I just minded my business. I think it was like the third day. I got a call. And then she started shouting, why didn't you call me? What do you mean? Why did you just leave me like hanging like that? I said, how do you make this? You understand? I was like, what stops you from using those airtime I'm sending you every 1,000, 2,000, even 5,000? I don't remember, it's been long. Or whatever little amount of money I'm sending you, I don't even remember that. Was it monthly or weekly? I don't know. Why don't you use it to be calling me? So let it be that you're actually putting in something in this relationship that you like someone will say, what do you bring to the table? I mean, so I have to be the only one. Then I have to be the only one calling. Come on, which kind of nonsense is that? She shouted, no. She dropped the call on me. I said, no, that's a line you don't cross. I called her back immediately. I said, don't you ever try that. If I'm talking to you and you caught a call on me, don't try that. As I was talking, she did that again. I just sent her a message and said, you know what? I'm taking a break from whatever you think is going on between us. And that was it. I called it break, but my mind was made up. As in, I was just like, I used a polite word. Few days passed, I don't remember, maybe 1 week or that. But the next thing I got a call. It was her number, I picked. She was just crying. Before I even started talking, I was crying. Please forgive me. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. Please forgive me. I said, no, I'm done. I told you, don't cross that line, and you did. 2 times. That was it. And I meant it. That was it. Some will be saying, no, that wasn't good enough. No, I won't. There's a line you don't cross. In my private life, you see this kind of disrespect, don't try that nonsense. Especially coming from you. I can, place of work, yeah, I can swallow that. Because I'm looking at, I'm earning a living, yes. But my own private life, when I need a peace, and you are giving me this kind of attitude. That was it. That is one. Oh, this other girl I dated, this one, guys, I'm not lying, this is a life story, so don't think I'm making all this thing up. So, this girl, we started dating, I don't know now, but at that time she was living in USA, right? So, she was loaded. When I mean loaded, I mean financially loaded. So eventually we started off talking stage. From there, leads to serious relationship. From there, leads to marriage talk. So we're already discussing the marriage, how it's going to be, go and, like in Igbo, Kwakanuzo, all that. Until one day, she called. I was like, before we finalize this thing, or before you go and do knock at my father's door, that's introduction. That that's what we both do. I want to come and marry your daughter, so you have to go and see the father. She said, before you do that, all this while, phone conversation from America, while I'm here in Abuja. Oh, before you do that, I want you to know that once we get married and you come over here to USA, you are going to change your church. So you stop attending Catholic church and you have to start attending mine. She said that. I was like, I wouldn't even address it as a joke, because even if it was a joke to you, I don't take that kind of nonsense joke. I told her, me, an Igbo man, we know our expectation. Even you, who is also an Igbo, know that if me, as an Igbo man, or as a man coming to marry you, you are supposed to start attending my own church, not the other way. However, I didn't bother to even tell you. I didn't even give a damn about it. For me, if you want to go whichever one you are going, it's not my business. Not as if that time said, the church said, that was when I was still religious. So it's not as if I carry church for head like that anyway. I mean, I don't even question certain things then. But then, how dare you to even disrespect me in that way? Like, I'm coming over to be your houseboy or what? You are giving me this kind of condition that I have to leave my church to come to yours as for what? You are not the man of the house because you get money past me. I told her that's it too. She said yes, if that this is like, if I don't accept this condition, then the marriage will not go further. I said, okay, yes, I'm good with that. She thought I was going to beg. I said, no, I'm good. If that is how you see it, then let's call it up. Let that be the end. And that was it. That was it. I know some men will immediately cave in because, oh, she's living in abroad, she has money. She will be my ticket to, move over to US and start enjoying life or become richer or whatever. I will never go over to be somebody's houseboy. That will never happen. I've never even do say I do, yet the disrespect don't even come. I told her no, I will not take that nonsense. This is a line, don't cross. And it ended. Now, like I said, some will have a different opinion. That is something that can easily be sorted out. No, not for me. Pariamu like that would be. Like I said, there are things I can take outside. But you see that inner peace where I know I'm coming home, even if it's that small hut, even if it's a tiny house, even if it's a big mansion, if I'm coming in there, I'm coming in full as who I am. Not for you to start degrading me like what, because maybe you get money pass, now you go to order me to do again, Apple. One thing men tends to forget is that what makes you a man is your ego. Forget about all this nonsense. People always say, oh, you should be a humble person, you should be this. Yes, I understand that version. But that will not keep you, I don't know how to put it. That's the difference between you and a woman. Your ego should be your pride. You should be able to take a stand and say, you see, if you not go work. Even if I'm wrong, you see, there are cases, like I say, your place of work, where you make money, where you earn business, that's why I say, sometimes some people say customer is over. Forget, that's not where I'm coming. There are some things you can swallow outside from people. But you see that inner place, that place they are supposed to have peace. You don't go try them. Yes, yeah, let it be that my ego is destroying me, so be it. But I know I will not die before my time because of somebody is giving me high, unless I say high blood pressure. I'm not going to take that nonsense. And I will tell you on time so that if it doesn't work, bye-bye. That's what it be for me. So I see men swallowing all this nonsense and I don't know. Should I call it pity? Should I call it empathy? I don't know. There's something that happened. We should come to the last one. This is about not tolerating disrespect in your own home. This probably will go to the married men. So this thing happened, I was in university at that time. Maybe my 100 levels, 200 levels, I don't remember the exact year. It happened back then, I was in Unizik, so I was leaving off campus, going to school from my parents' house. So this kind of, I don't remember whether I came back from lecture or maybe it was weekend time or something, but I know it was daytime. I don't know. I think I was the only one in the house. I don't know whether my siblings were there as well. But I know my brother was not there because I was staying in the same room with my brother. My sister have their own rooms. So, husband and wife usual quarrel. So my mother and my father, they were having they were having it out with themselves. Hey, this man, everybody, they were shouting at each other, you know. But sometimes women have their way. Maybe when they don't win argument or win a quarrel, they will start crying. And they, to other women, they may not see it as, but for women, it tends to, it's a weakness on us. When you see a woman or someone you care about crying, etc., who could be not genuine, but then. So she started crying as they were arguing, in the sense that, that my father hurt her with words, or maybe whatever they were discussing at that time. I jumped in. Being Mumu where I be that time. I was young now, maybe 19, 20 years old, or however, or 21. Jumping, I was like, started challenging my father. Hey, you shouldn't be talking to this woman like that. Look at now, you make that to start crying. This is not good. Why are you doing? For the very first time in my life, I've never seen my father in that color. I've never seen him in that meanness. He was mean. So when I finished saying that, I went back into my room. He just walked, immediately he entered that room. He stood there. I was doing whatever I was doing inside the room, and then he started to warn me. There are some kind of warning. This is not like vibrating. Hey, why did you do this? Hey, under my roof. Hey, no, this one, he just was calm. He was telling me, never in my life I ever come in between him and his wife. Never, he didn't even say your mother. He was, never in my life should I ever come in between him and his wife and start to disrespect him. But those words, till today, of course, he's no more here. Like I say, I think that this thing happened, the only person that may recall this, if my mother will still remember, is my mother. My father is no longer here. The way he said that, you can tell when your fellow man can tell you something, but when he's dead serious. Because that time I'm already 18, 20 years old, I could actually say you're a teenager, That time your blood see the hot, if you see any skirt, your dick will go up immediately. You want to have fun, take unnecessary risks, say all kinds of nonsense, just to prove to the world that you are a man. That kind of useless things we used to do as boys. I thought I would get away with this one. No. He was the stern warning. I didn't understand it fully then, but I know, even though at that time, of course, you won't be able to beat me anymore. But then, come on, the level of respect I transferred to him that moment, I don't think I've ever given it to any other person in that moment. But then it was after, years later, that I understood him. Dude, if you're a man, the last thing you take is any person living in that house to disrespect you in your own house. No. Do not tolerate that. I'm telling you this. I know this is a private life. Most people who want to things happen. I know, as I'm saying it now, people are going to use it in future to mock me, say certain things. But the wise ones will learn from what I just said here. I don't know how long I still have to live. So, but at least few ones will take a message from here. Never ever. Because if you see what men have gone to because they were swallowing nonsense, they allow disrespectful in the name of peace. And before you know it, it dipped down to the point that coming back up, it becomes an issue. It becomes very difficult. Because I don't know whether to even beg. I'm not telling you to walk away from the relationship, but draw a line. If you are a man, there must be a line that must not be crossed, as far as we are concerned. Don't shift that line, don't shift that post. Just give it out early, so that if the person still disregard what you said and jump it, then call it a day. Don't get violent, just walk away. That, some people think that being a man is getting violent all the time. No. That's what I mean by take a stand. Say what you mean and mean it. If the person go ahead and do the same thing, he doesn't respect you. What are you still doing there? Walk. Anyway, somebody will learn from this, somebody will not. They'll make mockery of it or, take it as content. But the wise ones will live long because of this video. If you are married already, I don't know what to say. Because it's not every married man is experiencing disrespect for women. But women, it's in their nature to quarrel, to nag. But it helps when you set that boundary on time. Even if the nagging will come once in a while, but let it not go beyond that. Don't cross this particular line. Don't disrespect. Don't let her disrespect you like that. So you see some people in public, the one that is so shameful is the one you see some men, their girlfriend or their wives or their fiancé, the way they belittle them in public. You be like, you see the man dying right there. Even when he stands, you see his feet shaking as if you wish you can just swallow him there so that the shame. I don't know, man. I know you guys do your thing, I know you want to stay married or for the sake of the children or whatever. You want to but especially see, if you are still doing it if you are allowing this nonsense where you guys are still dating, after listening to this, you continue to allow it because she has the sweetest what? Auto. Now, okay. If that is how you see things, that you must allow this insult because I can't get another vagina elsewhere, so whatever she does, whatever she dish out, I will take it. Something must kill a man, I understand that, but the worst one is miserable death. Like the video, subscribe, I'll see you in the next one.